Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm going to get you set up with your trading toolbox. Now, what this is essentially everything you're going to need in order to actually trade in the markets. Now, before we dive into the education, I know some of you are going to be newer to this game and won't even have the things you need to place trades. If you do, you might not have the best things. So this video essentially just going to talk through a few of the things we're going to need, and then further through the course, we of course will refer to these and you'll be able to actually try things as you go because you'll be set up with the trading toolbox. So when getting set up, there are three main things you're going to need. First of all is a platform to actually trade on. Second of all is a reputable broker, so a trusted broker that you can actually place your trades with. And you're also going to need a few additional resources for chart work and for risk management as well. So, trading platform. Now, I will recommend what pretty much all traders are using nowadays, and I use myself. Super good platforms: MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. So, MetaTrader 4 and 5, they are essentially the same thing. They are applications used for actually placing your trades. MetaTrader 4 is the classic version. I know a lot of people are using this now. I used this for a very long time. MetaTrader 5 recently had an update, or at least when I made this video, recently had an update, and it is now much more refined. So I'm actually trading over on MetaTrader 5 myself. Now, there are mobile and desktop versions for both. I personally, as surprising as it may seem, I personally use mobile for most of my trades. Now, I do jump on desktop every now and then, but I do my chart work on a different software. I actually use something called TradingView, which we will talk about later in the course, to do my actual chart work. So my analysis and things are done away from MetaTrader. And for that reason, I never really have to dive onto MetaTrader desktop to actually place trades. You can do just the same things through the mobile app. It means when I'm on the move, I don't have a problem. When I just have my phone with me, I don't have a problem. And once I've done my chart work and my risk management on my computer, I can quickly dive onto the phone, the mobile, and actually place the trade on MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4, whichever one it is that you wanted to use. So that's what they are. Personally, I will recommend now going ahead for the MetaTrader 5. It's a more refined, very pretty and nice, smooth to use experience. But if you do want that classic vibe, you could go with MetaTrader 4. So that is what you're going to need for your trading platform. Here's a look at MetaTrader 4/5 on the desktop. So this is just an account. I just went and found this picture. Basically what we've got, your quotes down the side. Now we will talk a little bit about that. Quotes are essentially what we are always trading. We do have, of course, for example, AUD USD, looking at the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Now that starter document should have set you up with this. If you are a beginner, if you're not, you'll already know what this is. We then have charts, which is of course where we can do analysis. And then down here at the bottom, we've got the balance, the equity, the free margin, etc. So that's just essentially just a look at MetaTrader on a computer. Now this is a demo account that we have this screenshot of. Of course, demos and live accounts will work the same, pretty much exactly the same layout. So that is MetaTrader on the desktop. As you can see, it is a little bit ugly. There is a little bit too much going on for my liking. I'm not a really big fan of that. Now we have actually the desktop version, the mobile version as well, sorry. This one is MetaTrader 4, but 5 is very similar to this. So what we've got here is your account balance, equity, so the how much money you've got in your account, how much money your account is now worth. Say if you have trades running and you have profit running or loss running, that will be shown in the equity. And then your margin requirements as well, which is essentially money borrowed from the broker, and chart. So as you can see, it's much prettier on the mobile version than it is on the desktop version. And of course, being mobile as well, a lot of people and a lot of things are now moving mobile first, including myself. Of course, I do like this more so. So I do believe, you might want to check this one out. It's handier, easier for on-the-go trading. And so that is the mobile version as well. MetaTrader 4 and 5 will essentially both be very similar looking. MetaTrader 5 now is just a little bit more refined than this. So if you do have any questions about MetaTrader 4 or 5, feel free to contact me, of course. I know most people are probably going to know what they are. If, however, you are a beginner to trading, I'll definitely help you get set up. Now, it might be a little bit confusing to start with, but I can talk you through that. So definitely contact me personally and I'll be more than happy to help. So to actually trade using MetaTrader 4 and 5, you need something else. You need a broker. The broker is essentially the entity that's going to enter your trades and exit your trades for you. So you actually need the broker in order to place any trades. Now, my recommendations, I'm going to say you do need to choose a regulated broker. There are a lot of unregulated brokers with good reputations, and that have been going for a long time, and I've even used some myself. One to name is Hugo's Way. Now, that broker offers cryptocurrency trading, so I went over there, put some money in an account, and traded that for quite some time when I was trading cryptos. Now, I'm generally back over now to just the Forex trading. That was essentially just a little phase. Had some fun with that, made some money with that, but I'm back over to what I know best now. Moved away from Hugo's Way, and I would have never put significant amounts of money in that broker because they are not regulated. And while they may be trusted in the space, there is nothing to stop them running away from your money. And if they do, running away with your money, sorry, and if they do, there's not a whole lot you can actually do legally against them. So there are a lot of brokers around. Not so many are actually any good. I've tried a fair few throughout the years. I've got two to recommend. The top one is IC Markets. Now these are, I believe, Australian based now. Maybe an office also in the Seychelles, but they are a great company. They offer the best spreads, best pricing for trades, and very low commissions if you do choose a commission account. So these are my top choice. I've got a link that you can use, or you can generally, if you don't have an account with them, just search IC Markets. You'll find them straight away. Create an account with them. They are going to be a great broker for you. Now, if you don't want to use this broker for whatever reason, another is FXTM. Now, this is also a great company, also a great broker. These are UK, London based. They are regulated, as are IC Markets. So your money is safe. It is insured up to £50,000. And of course, if you are trading over £50,000, you can contact them and talk and probably sort some form of insurance out without too much problem, too much hassle. And FXTM, yep, London-based. They are almost as good. Now, you are going to be waiting a little bit longer for withdrawals when you take your profits out of these accounts with FXTM than you will with IC Markets. And I will also say the spreads on FXTM are not as good as IC Markets. So I do actually recommend them over anything. But if they are not someone you're going to choose for whatever reason, this is my second choice of many brokers that I've tried. So IC Markets, FXTM, these two will set you up with a nice experience. So moving on to the other resources, we do have TradingView, which I just spoke about. That is the charting software where we're going to do our charting, our technical analysis. We are not getting into technicals for a couple of chapters though. When we do get to technicals, I'll be talking through them. When we start that chapter out, I'll be talking through TradingView, showing you how to use that, breaking it down for you. So you're not needing to worry about that right now. Something you should look at though, however, is position size calculators. Now just bookmark these two or download them. Stinu is the top one that I use. As I said, I do a lot of my trading on mobile. Stinu is a mobile application which allows you to manage your risk, get set risk position sizes for every single trade. Now, we'll talk about that a bit further on, but Stinu definitely is the app you're going to need for that. We'll learn, of course, more about that position sizing that I'm talking about in the risk management section. But I think for now, before we even get into anything, get that application. And if you are going to be desktop based, go and bookmark my FX book. They have got a position size tool as well, which works super good. So that is essentially it for this video. Oh yeah, just one final thing we will talk actually about profit calculator. Now this is a good one. It allows you to see how much profit, how much loss you're going to make on a trade. It is not entirely needed because, to be honest, you shouldn't be focusing on the money amounts. Just keep focused on that percentage, keep focused on the risk reward. Of course, all of this we will talk about a little bit later on. But if you are curious to see how much profit, how much loss you're going to get out of a trade, you can use the FXTM profit calculator. Now, if you literally Google FXTM profit calculator, you'll find that no problem. So that's all for this video. That is the trading toolbox so far. Trading platform, MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, your choice. Broker, IC Markets, and FXTM. Now, you will have to create a broker account to actually then trade through using MetaTrader 4 or 5. And then, of course, when you've got that set up, you'll be ready to actually place trades. You can deposit money with a broker. It will be safe because they're regulated, as long as you choose one like what I've recommended. And then you'll be actually ready to have a go at trading for yourself. So I recommend you do that before we get into the course if you haven't already got that down, because what that is going to do is allow you to try as you go along. Now, also, those position size, those risk calculators that I just spoke about, save those, download those, bookmark those, whatever. They're going to be very useful further through when we get onto the risk and when you actually get down to trading. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.